This is insane. This is ridiculous. Let's just start diving. Actually, before we dive in, give me a financial score. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. On go, I want you to both give me your household financial score. 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. So 3, 2, 1, go, and then you say it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
5.
0.
Oh. What the That is a big difference by 50% of the scale.
Yeah, she's just not involved in our finances.
Okay, well, that's an immediate red flag. Mm-hmm. You guys got to do this together. Even if you're not out there earning, I mean, at some point you probably will again, and it'll be many years down the road. And maybe not. Doesn't have to be a requirement, but just typically that's what we see these days. And still, you guys need to come together, understand where we're trying to get to, what goals are we trying to achieve, what does it take to hit those goals along the way. Those are conversations we need to have together. If one person's dominating the household finances, that's a recipe for disaster looking forward, because at some point you're going to want to be more involved in the conversations. And if you're jumping into the deep end of an absolute mess and confusion and you don't know how to work with someone at that point because you've just been doing it so long together, it's going to be a mess.
I think that's part of the reason why I don't bother with it, is because it is so like
I just don't want to burden her with it.
Burden her? You're burdening her by up the finances, and she's having to deal without knowing what's going on.
True.
That's a burden. You're not burdening someone by giving them, well, you can burden someone by giving them
Well, I do tell her that we go more into debt every month.
If you guys want your Hammer financial score, though, it's linked in the description below. It's free. But speaking of, going into debt every single month, we're pay advancing. We're pay advancing. Do you know he's pay advancing?
I don't know what that is.
He's getting his paycheck, parts of his paycheck early, and then having to pay it back.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know that?
No.
No. You've never told me that.
Never.
What do you think? Because that's like fucking scary.
Like, what are you doing that for?
For bills that come up.
What bills? Because our bills come out the first of every month.
Not all of them.
The ones you've told me?
No. Not all of our bills come out the first of the month. But so here's what happened. Are those in February? I accidentally paid my car payment
this month.
I accidentally paid my car payment twice.
Okay, but that doesn't account for everything here. You pay advancing constantly.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those things you get into. Once you pay advance once, then you just need it the next time around and the next time around.
But not necessarily, though, because these are like close to $400. Okay, that's not an insignificant amount of money, but $400...
It's $100.
Okay, but when you pay it back, when you do the reset... Okay, I see what's happening. So you're doing $100 at a time. Yes. Okay, well, that makes what I was about to say even easier. It's $100. Yes, for many people, you get into that, and that's a hard cycle to break. $100 is not even close to a make or break for someone who's bringing in net $53,000 a year.
Yeah.
What is going on, man? Got to give me something here. I got to get some kind of insight.
So I guess I finally decided to like close our credit cards or lock them or whatever, however that works. And I was just like starting off in my checking account with like nothing. Because kind of the way like my mindset worked was, and I feel like I learned this just throughout my childhood, except for my parents made a lot more money than me. They would put like everything on a credit card and pay it off. So I would just put everything on a credit card, not knowing how much I actually spent on it, and then I go to pay it off at the end of the month, and I can't. I don't know. I mean, I know how to manage P&Ls and stuff. I'm pretty good at that, but I just never dealt with my own.
How do you feel? You're hearing things for the first time a lot. I need to know how you feel. How is the status of your guys' marriage right now? Mostly revolving around the finances, but where are we sitting today?
I mean, it's concerning that I didn't know that he was taking out part of his paychecks early. I've definitely feel like that's something I should have at least known. Yes, he doesn't really involve me in the finances, but I feel like I should have at least known that on if he was taking out parts of his paycheck before getting paid.
Don't you think you should have told her?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. I honestly just didn't
I don't know
think
the
about
answer
it.
for everything.
No, I didn't think about it.
Come on.
I didn't.
But like you didn't think...
I've not included her in our finances since we got married, so I just didn't think about it.
Have you ever asked to be included in the finances?
No.
Why?
It's just really confusing for me.
And stressful.
Yeah. And
well, it's clearly going to get more stressful if we don't ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, we're borrowing that, and then we have the fees on top of that. He loses $4 every time, so that's a 4%. 4% immediately gone from the money that is borrowed from his paycheck.
Yeah.